are you an artist or an author and you've been considering releasing a book sometime? Well, I just want to let you know I have. I don't want to, I'm not trying to like show off or anything. I'm the author of Project 100, and this is my manga. I'm the illustrator, the writer, and all that jazz put together. Now, this story took me 3 years to make, and it was a very long process. Now, when I go live, I get a lot of questions of people asking me what that process was like. So yeah, I'll share that with you guys a little bit. Now, about 3 years ago, I started doing the storyboard, and that took me about 3 months to complete. I did the storyboard for the full volume, but the whole story is already completed in the dome. Now, when I did my storyboard, I didn't know what these characters looked like exactly. I wasn't really a big fan of doing concept art and like making it look all fancy and cool, because the reality was I was like, listen, as long as I know what I'm doing, I'm fine. I don't need to leave a little cool trail of everything. But I will show you some comparisons to the early work. Now, I'm gonna be honest, the storyboard looks like chicken scratch and it looks pretty awful, but to be honest, it was made for my eyes only. And you know, as long as I understand it, I don't really care what you think about it. But yeah, I'll show you guys what some of the early stuff looked like for the storyboard. So when we look at the early pages of Project 100, when Nikolai is walking down this dirt path, this is kind of the opening to the manga. And if you look at the storyboard, it looked like this. I think it's on screen. But yeah, Nikolai almost kind of looked like Itadori Yuji from Jujutsu Kaisen. But I didn't really care, that was kind of a placeholder, but then I decided to give him a different look, and things updated. So not everything from the storyboard is exactly as when it switches over to the finalized version. Also, a lot of people also ask me, do I sit down and write a whole script? The answer to that is no, I don't. Now, I don't know how other mangakas in Japan make their manga. I'm sure everyone has their own technique, but for me, I did the storyboard of the full volume, and then I switched to finalizing right away. As for the script, I added the text bubbles in the storyboard as I went along. I knew where this volume was going to end, so all I had to do was get there and add the text as I went along. I knew my characters' personalities, so it was pretty easy deciding what they have to say. And then, when I switched over to the finalized version, the text would also change too if I felt it was necessary. Most of the time it was, because again, I'm just trying to understand the feeling I'm trying to get from that scene. I did go to school for animation, and I did study film as a minor for a little bit, but it wasn't anything all that deep. I